Surprise! Hey, I'm Adrian from Rabona TV. This is Rabona TV. Welcome to my set. And we've got lots of cool shit lined up for you today. I'm gonna explain that weird World Cup expansion and what that means for the tournament setup. And speaking of weird, kind of murky situations, I'm gonna explain what's going on with SAMIR Nasri and that sort of sex scandal, intravenous, whatever that is. But first, let's look at that World Cup expansion. On Tuesday, FIFA reps voted in favor of expanding the World Cup format to 48 teams, as opposed to its current format of 32 teams. The expansion of the Euros was seen as a good thing, I guess, and the fact that a team that finished third in their group won the whole damn tournament fell right into FIFA's narrative in favor of expansion. Okay, for the actual tournament setup itself, FIFA is proposing to divide up the 48 teams into 16 groups of 3. The top 2 teams from each group, so 32 teams in total, will advance to a round of 32 knockout stage. Which is super weird. In previous tournaments, obviously you would have 3 group stage matches, but in this one, you'd only have 2 before hitting up the knockout rounds. It's super bizarre, but don't think this is all about the money. I mean, FIFA can only make $1 billion in extra revenue if they do this expansion. And we know FIFA, it's never about the money. When it's FIFA, it's for the love of the game. Personally, I thought it was whack, and I didn't love the expansion for the Euros, even if it brought a European championship for my parents' motherland. But I didn't think it necessarily helped with the quality of the football. SAMIR Nasri could be out of a job for 4 years if he's found guilty of violating the World Anti-Doping Agency's rules on intravenous treatment of athletes. Plus, this whole sex scandal involving the doctor that administered the IV treatment doesn't exactly help his already dubious reputation. I mean, from partying with Lindsay Lohan to being seen in a Snapchat story that had a whole bunch of drugs in it on some limo in LA. Anyways, this is what happened. Nasri was in the US, surprise, LA again, and received an intravenous drug therapy treatment called the Immunity IV Drip, which is supposed to, quote, keep him hydrated and in top health during his busy soccer season, according to CEO Jamila Sozada. Other celebrities such as Steve Aoki and Chris Brown have received the same treatment from Sozada's company, Drip Doctors. By the way, considering the drip is a slang term for gonorrhea, could these guys have picked a worse name for their company? So what's the big deal about a hydrating IV? Well, WADA, again, the World Anti-Doping Agency, forbids IV therapy unless it's administered in quantities of just 50 milliliters per 6 hours. Unless the athlete in question has obtained what's called a therapeutic use exemption, which would have made this particular IV all Gucci. But here's where it gets a little bit weird. So this all came to light after Drip Doctors published a tweet saying they gave Nasri the treatment accompanied by a picture of the CEO, Jamila Sozada, with Nasri. A former Australian anti-doping officer picked up on the tweet and sent his 2 cents to WADA, considering it was more than 50 milliliters of banned substance. Then tweets were sent from Nasri's account claiming that Sozada provided him a little extra, aka some sexual services, before and after the IV treatment. Nasri deleted these tweets quickly afterward and claimed he was hacked. How convenient. Seriously though, I feel no way about Nasri, and I don't think he's stupid enough to tweet out something this incriminating. And that is why people believe that these weird sex posts that kept on getting deleted and reposted and deleted and reposted again were actually written by SAMIR Nasri's ex-girlfriend, or on and off again girlfriend, who really knows, Anera Atenez. So they could be BS, but Sozada confirmed later that she agreed to meet up with Nasri at a nightclub later on in the day. Oh, and Anera was there too. And that's about the long and short of it. If he's found guilty, Nasri, who is 29 right now, will be banned for 4 years, as I mentioned before. And at that age, 4 years takes him to 33, which effectively almost ends his career. He's in his prime right now. At least he should be in his prime right now. And I admit, I don't love SAMIR Nasri, but I wouldn't wish this upon him. You never want to see someone end their career in this sort of manner, especially if he didn't have any malice in his intentions. So guys, thanks for watching in my new set, the Rabona Barn. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed yet, why not hit that subscribe button? And while you're at it, hit that little bell that everyone tells you to hit so that you get notifications every time I post. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.